The morning sun peeked through the windows of the dollhouse, casting a warm glow over the breakfast table. Gabby and her friends were enjoying a delicious meal of pancakes and fruit. Suddenly, the door burst open, and Mercat, the mischievous cat, raced in. "Meow meow meow," she exclaimed, her tail swishing excitedly. "You all won't believe what I just found at Meow Mart." Gabby paused mid-chew, her ears perked with curiosity. "What is it, Mercat?" she asked. Gabby paused mid-chew, her fork hovering over a fluffy pancake. "Hold on, Mercat," she said, her ears perked with curiosity. "Let us hear what yummy breakfast you found before you devour it all." Mercat skidded to a halt, her eyes wide and paws clutching a small, sparkly bag. "Even better than breakfast," she declared. "It's a new lotion at Meow Mart called Meow Spice, and it smells like sunshine and strawberries." Gabby's eyes widened. "Sunshine and strawberries? That sounds amazing, Mercat. Did you get some?" Mercat twirled the bag with a flourish. "Of course. And it's not just any lotion. It makes your fur shimmer with a pink glow, too. Can you imagine, Pandy?" Pandy Paws, ever the pragmatist, chimed in. "Sounds fancy, but does it make your fur softer? That's what truly matters in a lotion." DJ Catnip, who loved anything with a bit of flair, bounced in his seat. "A magical glow? We have to try this. Meow meow meow." Mercat's tail swished with anticipation. "Maybe we can all go to Meow Mart later and get some? Imagine how magical we'll look." But before anyone could agree, a voice filled the room. "Hold on a whisker, Mercat," said the mom, appearing at the doorway. "We have errands to run this afternoon, and I need you all to stay home and keep yourselves entertained." Mercat's ears drooped. "But Meow Spice," she protested. Mercat's ears drooped. "But Meow Spice," she protested. The mom knelt down and scratched Mercat behind the ears. "I know you're excited, sweetie," she said gently, "but we have important things to do today. How about we make a deal? If you and your friends are good while we're gone, we can all go to Meow Mart after lunch and get some Meow Spice together." Mercat's eyes sparkled. "Really? You promise?" The mom chuckled. "Absolutely. Now finish your breakfast, and then maybe you and your friends can come up with some fun games to play indoors." The mom smiled and ruffled Mercat's fur. "We'll have a Meow Spice adventure after lunch, all right?" With that, she gave the cats a quick wave and headed out the door. The living room fell silent for a moment, the clatter of forks the only sound. Then, DJ Catnip nudged Mercat with his elbow. "So, any ideas for indoor fun while we wait for our magical glow lotion?" Mercat tapped her chin thoughtfully. "We could build a pillow fort," she squeaked. "A super meowgical one, fit for cats obsessed with Meow Spice." Pandy Paws wrinkled her nose. "A fort sounds cozy, but how about something a little more active? We haven't played hide and seek in a while." DJ Catnip's eyes gleamed. "Hide and seek it is. And whoever wins gets the first dibs on the Meow Spice at Meow Mart." Gabby, ever the resourceful one, piped up. "How about we play rock paper scissors to see who counts for hide and seek? Winner gets to hide first, too." Gabby, ever the resourceful one, piped up. "How about we play rock paper scissors to see who counts for hide and seek? Winner gets to hide first, too." "Ooh, me first," squealed DJ Catnip, already extending a paw. Pandy Paws rolled her eyes playfully. All right, but let's keep it quick. We have a Meow Spice adventure to prepare for." "Absolutely. Here's how the story continues." Gabby, the winner of the rock paper scissors match, stood in the center of the room, her eyes squeezed shut. "All right, everyone, hide and seek. Here I come," she chirped, beginning the countdown. 1, 2. As Gabby's voice echoed through the house, Mercat, unable to resist the lure of a head start, darted for her favorite hiding spot behind the curtains. A mischievous glint flickered in her eyes. She peeked out from behind the fabric, watching Gabby continue to count, a silent vow forming in her mind to win the game by any means necessary. Mercat's heart hammered in her chest. The sweet, forbidden scent of Meow Spice filled her thoughts, drowning out Gabby's counting. She couldn't wait to get to Meow Mart and bathe in the magical lotion. But first, she had to win this game of hide and seek. A sly grin spread across her face. Glancing around to make sure no one was watching, Mercat scurried to the bathroom. Her paws landed on a half-empty bottle of dish soap sitting precariously on the edge of the sink. An idea, as slippery as the soap itself, struck her. With a flick of her tail, Mercat knocked the bottle over. A wave of clear liquid oozed out, spreading across the smooth bathroom tiles. Mercat dipped a paw in the soapy mess and then, with a mischievous glint in her eye, began to paint a trail across the hallway floor leading back to her hiding spot. Just as she finished, Gabby's voice reached her, 8, 9. Mercat darted back behind the curtains, heart pounding with a mix of excitement and guilt. The thrill of her plan was intoxicating, but a tiny voice in the back of her head reminded her it wasn't fair. Gabby entered the hallway, oblivious to the danger lurking beneath her. She began her search, calling out, "Coming, ready or not." As she stepped on the soapy trail, her paw slipped. With a surprised yelp, Gabby went sprawling onto the floor. Pandy Paws and DJ Catnip rushed in, alarmed by the commotion. They found Gabby sprawled on the floor, giggling and covered in suds. Mercat peeked out from behind the curtain, a wave of worry washing over her. Had she gone too far? Absolutely. Here's how the scene unfolds. Pandy Paws and DJ Catnip rushed to Gabby's side, their playful mood replaced with concern. "What happened, Gabby?" Pandy asked, helping her friend up. Gabby, still giggling despite the fall, pointed at the soapy trail leading away from the bathroom. "I don't know. I slipped on something, really slippery." Her gaze darted towards Mercat's hiding spot, but the curtains remained still. A mischievous glint flickered in Mercat's eyes. This was her chance to act innocent. "Oh no," she exclaimed, feigning surprise. "Maybe it rained soap in here? How strange." DJ Catnip, ever the detective, sniffed the air. "It smells like dish soap," he remarked, his brow furrowed. Mercat's tail swished nervously. "Maybe it came from the bathroom window," she suggested, hoping to deflect suspicion. Gabby, however, wasn't convinced. She looked at Mercat with a knowing glint in her eyes. "Let's clean this up before someone else gets hurt, all right," she said, a playful smile hinting that she suspected Mercat's involvement. Mercat gulped, a knot of guilt tightening in her stomach. The thrill of winning by cheating had fizzled, replaced by the shame of her lie. She knew she had to come clean, but how? As they began to mop up the soapy mess, the weight of her deception hung heavy in the air. The afternoon sun cast long shadows across the living room as the mom finally returned home. The sound of her jingling keys filled the room, and the cats perked up, their playful bickering momentarily forgotten. "We're back," the mom announced, her voice laced with exhaustion. "Did you all have a fun day?" "We did," DJ Catnip chimed in, his tail twitching excitedly. "But there's a tiny problem." Pandy Paws chimed in before DJ Catnip could elaborate. "Mercat's missing." The mom's smile faltered. "Missing? What do you mean?" Gabby, ever the observant one, pointed to the open window. A gentle breeze rustled the curtains, hinting at an escape route. "The window's open," she said softly. "And Mercat was acting suspicious this morning." "Absolutely. Here's how the scene continues." Outside, nestled amongst the flower pots beneath the living room window, Mercat peeked out, her heart hammering in her chest. Relief washed over her as she spotted Carlita, the mail carrier cat, ambling down the sidewalk. "Carlita," she hissed, scrambling out from her hiding spot. "Psst, over here." Carlita, ever the gossip, swiveled her head towards Mercat's frantic calls. Her eyes widened in surprise. "Mercat? What are you doing down there?" Mercat glanced back at the window, hoping none of her friends had seen her. "Quick, I need your help," she pleaded. "Can you drive me to Meow Mart?" Carlita's whiskers twitched in amusement. "Meow Mart? Huh? Sounds serious. What happened to waiting until we all went together after lunch?" Mercat squirmed, her guilt prickling at her conscience. "Well, things changed," she stammered. "Look, I'll explain everything on the way, but please, can you take me? It's super important." Carlita eyed Mercat skeptically. The mail carrier cat wasn't known for her adventurous spirit, but there was a desperation in Mercat's meow that tugged at her heartstrings. All right, she sighed. "Hop on, but you owe me a juicy scoop for this, one that involves more than just catnip and yarn." Mercat's grin returned, wide and mischievous. "You got yourself a deal, Carlita. Just buckle up, this ride's gonna be perfect." With that, she scrambled onto Carlita's back, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. As Carlita sped off down the sidewalk, leaving a trail of dust in their wake, Mercat knew she was in for an adventure far bigger than she'd bargained for. As Carlita weaved through the neighborhood streets, the wind whipping through Mercat's fur, she finally confessed. Okay, spill the beans, Mercat. Why the sudden meow mart dash? Mercat fidgeted on Carlita's back. Well, she mumbled, there's this new lotion called Meow Spice, and it smells amazing, and… Carlita snorted. Don't tell me you fell for some marketing ploy, Mercat. You're too smart for that. It's not just marketing, Mercat insisted. It makes your fur shimmer with a pink glow. Can you imagine? I'd be the most magical-looking cat in the dollhouse. Carlita chuckled, a deep rumble that vibrated through her entire body. A magical glow? Huh? Sounds more like glitter glue to me. But hey, if that's what makes you happy. Mercat, sensing Carlita's skepticism, puffed out her chest. You just don't understand the power of Meow Spice, Carlita. It's life-changing. Carlita rolled her eyes, or at least, Mercat imagined she did. Maybe so, but just promise me one thing. No crazy antics at Meow Mart, all right? We don't want to end up on the naughty cat list. Mercat, eager to get her paws on that magical lotion, readily agreed. Of course not. I'll be on my best behavior, she promised, even though a mischievous glint flickered in her eyes. Little did Carlita know, Mercat's definition of best behavior might be a bit different from hers. Carlita screeched to a halt in front of Meow Mart, the bright pink storefront gleaming in the afternoon sun. But Mercat's excitement fizzled instantly as she set eyes on the sight before her. A long line of cats snaked its way down the sidewalk, all eager to get their paws on some Meow Spice lotion. Oh no, Mercat groaned, her whiskers drooping. This is going to take forever. A mischievous glint flickered in Mercat's eyes. She nudged Carlita with her paw. Hold my catnip, she whispered, a sly grin spreading across her face. Carlita, ever cautious, eyed Mercat with suspicion, but before she could voice her concerns, Mercat was already slinking off towards the back of the store. Recalling her soapy escapade from that morning, Mercat weaved her way through the crowded parking lot, her gaze fixed on a drainpipe jutting out from the building. With a determined glint in her eye, she scrambled up the pipe, ignoring the yowls of protest from a startled pigeon perched nearby. Reaching the roof, Mercat surveyed the scene. A mischievous giggle escaped her lips as she spotted an air vent leading directly into the store, right above the entrance. A daring plan began to form in her mind. Back at the house, that spread of soap had been an accident, but this time, Mercat was about to unleash a calculated bit of chaos to get what she wanted. Crawling towards the air vent, Mercat formulated her plan. She wouldn't risk another messy soap incident, that was for suckers, and unsuspecting Gabby. This time, she'd use stealth and a little feline agility. Reaching the vent, she squeezed through the narrow opening, wiggling her way into the cool metal tunnel. The air smelled faintly of cardboard boxes and catnip toys, a familiar and comforting scent. She inched forward, her paws scrabbling for purchase on the slick metal surface. After what felt like an eternity, a sliver of light appeared at the end of the tunnel. With a final push, Mercat emerged into the brightly lit interior of Meow Mart, landing with a soft plop on a display of plush mice. Dusting herself off, she surveyed the scene from her vantage point. Below, the line stretched on endlessly, a sea of impatient feline faces. A triumphant meow rumbled in Mercat's chest. She had bypassed the queue entirely. Now, all she had to do was find that Meow Spice and get out of there before anyone noticed her daring entrance. Mercat, reveling in her self-proclaimed brilliance, darted through the aisles, her paws silent on the polished floor. She spotted the display for Meow Spice, a towering pyramid of bottles bathed in a soft pink glow. A satisfied purr rumbled in her throat. With the agility of a seasoned thief, Mercat weaved between stacks of cat food and swatted entire rows of Meow Spice into her basket. Bottles clattered together, a symphony of success in Mercat's ears. But her greed proved to be her undoing. Just as she was about to snatch the last bottle, a familiar voice cut through the air. Mercat, what in the world are you doing? Carlita, who had managed to squeeze through the front door thanks to an unsuspecting shopper who held it open for her, stood there, her green eyes wide with disbelief. Mercat froze, a single bottle of Meow Spice clutched in her paw, the rest precariously balanced in her overflowing basket. Shame washed over Mercat, hot and prickly. Her triumphant meow died in her throat. "Ah, hi, Carlita," she stammered, her voice small. Carlita's whiskers twitched in fury. "You promised no crazy antics, Mercat. Look at this mess. You can't just steal everything." Panic clawed at Mercat's throat. She hadn't meant to steal everything, just enough for herself and maybe a little extra for her friends. But seeing the shelves stripped bare, the enormity of her actions hit her. I just wanted some meow spice," she mumbled, her ears flattening against her head. Carlita sighed, the anger momentarily replaced by disappointment. "There's a way to do things, Mercat. You can't just take whatever you want. Besides, all this lotion? It's not going to make you magical." Mercat's heart sank. Maybe Carlita was right. Maybe the magical glow was just marketing fluff. But the thought of facing her friend's empty pod after all this trouble was unbearable. Taking a deep breath, she mumbled, "I'll help you put everything back." It wasn't much, but it was a start. Evening cast long shadows across the dollhouse. The aroma of tuna casserole wafted from the kitchen, but Gabby, Pandy Paws, and DJ Catnip had little appetite. The house felt empty without Mercat and Carlita. "Maybe they got caught in traffic," Pandy Paws suggested, trying to sound optimistic. Just then, Gabby flicked on the television for some background noise. As the news channel flickered to life, a headline blazed across the screen: "Meowmart Mayhem. Shelves stripped bare in lotion frenzy." The cats exchanged startled glances. Glued to the screen, they watched a news report showing a scene of utter chaos at Meowmart. Shelves were bare, catnip toys lay scattered on the floor, and a frazzled-looking store manager was being interviewed. "It was like a stampede," he exclaimed, his voice laced with exasperation. One minute everything was fine, the next, a cat came out of the vents and started swiping all the meow spice. Gabby's eyes widened. "A cat? From the vents?" she stammered, a sinking feeling forming in her stomach. DJ Catnip nudged her with his paw. "Do you think?" The doorbell echoed through the house, interrupting their horrified whispers. Gabby, her heart pounding, raced to the door. On the other side stood Carlita, her fur ruffled and her expression sheepish. Behind her, a familiar ginger blur emerged from the shadows. "Mercat?" Gabby breathed, relief washing over her. But before she could ask any questions, Carlita cleared her throat. "There's a lot to explain," she said, her gaze flickering between the three cats. "But first, how about we put this meow spice fiasco behind us and enjoy some dinner? Consider it a lesson learned about patience and, well, not using air vents as shortcuts." Mercat hung her head low, the stolen bottles of meow spice abandoned at her paws. The adventure she'd craved had turned into a mess of her own making. But as she looked at her friends' concerned faces, she knew one thing for sure: a sprinkle of friendship was far more valuable than any magical glow. Carlita pushed open the door further, revealing a sheepish-looking Mercat behind her. "There's a lot to explain," Carlita began, her voice laced with exasperation but also a hint of amusement. "Let's just say this little furball here practically begged me to drive her to Meowmart and promised to be on her best behavior." Mercat winced, the weight of her deception pressing down on her. "I'm sorry, Carlita," she mumbled, her ears flat against her head. "I shouldn't have lied or gotten you involved." A surprised look flickered across Carlita's face. It wasn't often Mercat admitted fault so readily. "Well," Carlita sighed, "at least you're honest about it now. But emptying shelves with a fancy entrance through the air vents? That wasn't exactly your best work, Mercat." The weight of Carlita's words hung heavy in the air. Mercat knew she deserved punishment, but her eyes darted nervously towards the dinner table. The aroma of tuna casserole was torture in her empty stomach. "All right," Gabby chimed in, ever the voice of reason. "Let's hear the full story. Then, we can decide how to fix this mess." Carlita recounted the tale, her exasperation growing as she described the overflowing basket and the chaotic escape. Gabby and DJ Catnip listened, wide-eyed, while Pandy Paws folded her paws, her normally easygoing expression stern. As Carlita finished, Mercat hung her head low. "I just wanted the lotions so much," she mumbled, tears welling up in her eyes. "But I know I did it all wrong." Gabby knelt down beside her friend. "It's okay to want something, Mercat," she said gently. "But there's a right way and a wrong way to get it." With a heavy heart, the cats decided on Mercat's punishment. The piles of Meow Spice she'd stolen had been recovered by Carlita and the store manager, thankfully without pressing charges. Still, there were consequences. Firstly, Mercat had to spend the next day writing apology notes to every cat who missed out on Meow Spice at Meow Mart. It was a tedious task, filled with a lot of, "I'm sorry," and, "I made a mistake," but it instilled in Mercat the importance of honesty and responsibility. Secondly, Mercat was put on no shopping sprees for a week. No trips to Meow Mart, no online shopping for fancy cat toys that she didn't really need. Her allowance went into a piggy bank, a reminder to save up and appreciate what she did have. Finally, the most painful punishment of all, Mercat lost out on the sparkly pink glow she'd craved so much. The cats decided that the best way to combat her obsession with Meow Spice was with a little homemade pampering. They whipped up a concoction of coconut oil and strawberry essence, giving Mercat a massage with a gentle scent, and absolutely no magical glow. Mercat grumbled through her punishments, but as the week wore on, she found herself appreciating the quiet nights spent playing games with her friends and the freedom to use her allowance on a genuinely needed catnip mouse toy. The thrill of stolen lotion faded, replaced by the warmth of friendship and the satisfaction of learning from her mistakes. And guess what? When the Meow Spice craze finally died down, and the shelves were restocked with a new and improved version, Mercat wasn't even tempted. She had learned that true happiness didn't come from a bottle of fancy lotion, but from the love and support of her friends. They were the real magic, shimmering brighter than any store-bought potion.